Hello, and welcome to Opal City Confidential, a Starman podcast. I'm Ross Aiken, your host. And today we are going back to the southwest of America for a long waited for me to return to the Will Payton Starman stories. And we'll be covering Starman 37 and 38 relatively quickly. So let's get down to, let's just go to the pertinent data. How's that? Pertinent data for issue 37 was a cover date of August 1991, and Mike's gives it a publication date June 25th, 1991. And let's give you a little bit about the cover. This is a pretty good cover. Colonel Computron is got Starman strapped to a machine in crucifix form. He's draining power, and it's got Rampage and Phantom Lady, and is it Dave Hoover cover? It's pretty good. It's okay. It's showing you what's inside. That's about it. It's nothing super dynamic. The creators for this book are Len Strzelecki, Dave Hoover, Roy Richardson on inks, Tom McCraw on colors, letterer Bob Pinaha, editor Katie Main. So the basic plot is it's a continuation of last week where Starman has been captured by Computron, and his allies Rampage and Phantom Lady discover that a mysterious crime cartel less UV is behind Computron's actions. They work together to rescue Starman. They come in to rescue him from the base, and leading to a robot battle and the resolution. And that takes care of the immediate threat of, Colonel Computron. We find out that it's not who we think it is in the costume. The message sending for Basil Nerblin, it ends up being his daughter, Luna Nerblin, who is trying to... She just wanted to save her, help her dad make money, and she would be Colonel Computron. So it was just a real basic superhero story in this issue, but I really enjoyed it. Okay, why don't we start with that? I really enjoyed it. It's fun. I like the introduction of this Phantom Lady. I forgot that this is a different Phantom Lady than we... She is D. She's a modern one. She's new. She first appears in the Action Weekly comic. So I think it's the one that she ends up... But she's the Phantom Lady in this Starman. I think there's a difference, and I'm going to do a little more homework because I was looking her up on Mike's, and I went, well, that's not enough appearances than it should be. So she's not the Phantom Lady that's in Manhunter or that Descendant. So I'm confused to who she is, but it's D Tyler, and I like her. She's very much this late 80s Phantom Lady. But I like her and Rampage. I love that Rampage and Starman are a couple. I've always kind of liked Rampage, even when she was in Superman. This kind of thing is she's not really a bad guy. It was an accident. So she still works at Star Lab, and then she kind of, I thought she'd always been a good character to kind of put more into the Superman family. And here is a place where they could have done something like that she could become a superhero for the Southwest or for for Scottsdale or for Phoenix, whatever. She could have done something. It's cool. And I like Phantom Lady. And I like that the creative team's using them. So, but most of it is really basic and really kind of just fun. The story's good. Let's talk about art real quick. It's Dave and inkers Roy Richardson. It's good, solid Dave Hoover art. The inking doesn't add anything to it, I don't think. It's very clean. It's very basic. There's nothing. Panel layouts are interesting. D looks great. Phantom Lady looks great. There's just something about this era. God, I read the first Nightwing miniseries, the 4-issue one by Denny O'Neil and Greg Land, and I found it just so of its time that it just Dick with the super pumped mullet, and it just absolutely took me out of the comic. She doesn't in this one as much, okay, because it's not so overdone. It's this era of hair fashion and stuff like that really just tweaks me. That's just a personal preference. I forgot that Kenneth, the professor's friend of guess it's guesses of Rampages, but he looks like the robot from Lost in Space. He's helpful. I do not get Colonel Computron. I do not get Computron. I think it's a Carrie Bates, Carmine Infantino, late Barry era villain. It feels like it. It feels like it's supposed to be something. There's also Captain Computron or whatever figure in breakfast cereal. So I get that aspect of it. You know, when you would get action figures or toys in your cereal. I don't know if that happens all around the world, but it does in America. I was watching. Oh God, what was it? It was an old. Oh, it was a bunch of early '90s NBC cartoons. It was like someone taped that Saturday's episodes and had it and downloaded it into video into YouTube. And there were commercials, and there was we just started laughing about the prizes in Count Chocula and Frankenberry, that it was a door knocker. Literally, it was either a blue, a brown, or pinkish red door knocker, and you could write the name of the person on a piece of paper that slid in, stick it to their door, and they put it in, like in the commercial, the kid puts it on the doghouse door. It's hysterical. And Captain Contra, I could not stop thinking about that when I was reading this again. It's like he is like that cheap. This costume looks like a cheap toy prize and one that took very little thought. So, but you know, the interaction between Will and Computron is okay. But it's basically feels like some of it's a little bit of filler. It's like he tries to use his powers to burn his way out. They do foam. They have a little good guy, bad guy interaction. And when Starman starts messing with him, not knowing it's Luna, goes, looked like a piece of junk to me. And Luna goes, it's not one of her inventions. It's not. What the? And basically, after she says, no, it's not, these little pincers on a cord come out and pinch him on the nose. And he goes, oh, what's that? It is not. She gives him a little shock. Ow! But makes his face change. So it's a very childish but entertaining. It's like two little kids. And you find out because, Luna's not that old. But they track him down. It's in an abandoned toy factory of some deal for the company he knew. Because I think her father was a toy maker. It's kind of one of those odd toy makers who can also make weapons. Okay. I've never understood the Venn diagram for that. But there's a little bit of a battle. Kenneth comes to the day and shorts out the Computron suit, which I like, and he acts like it's a wrestling match. It's really great. He puts his hand over robot, goes, Kenneth goes, yes! And they take off the mask, and they see it's Luna, and she's just crying. She just wanted to help her dad. And everything goes back together. And there's a nice kiss at the end between Starman and Rampage. I loved it. Well, let's move on to 38, which is a tie-in to War of the Gods. It shows in Mike's that you next see Starman from War of the Gods 1. So I went and looked, and he is on the bottom half of a single page, and it's him, he's flying somewhere and turns back and goes right back to being with Phantom Lady and Rampage. So, but this one is tied in, and it's him. Well, so we're going to start with We're going to start with the basics. Let's just talk about it. This cover dated September 1991. Release date July 30th, 1991. Katie Main is the editor. It's a crossover event, War of the Gods. Boo. It's actually not that bad. And it's actually an omnibus. One day I may get it. But it's Len, the fill-in artist. John is John Calamay, who I do not know. Roy Richardson inking. Robert Penney, Tom McGraw is in last issue. Guest appearance of Kaz Carson. I think it's just in the background. So in War of the Gods 1, Starman is flying somewhere and he hits a force field and he's pushed back. And it's literally half a page. And so I was thinking I was going to cover War of the Gods. I said, I'll just do War of the Gods in here. And I said, well, I'm not doing Wills enough, fast enough. That's kind of not silly. That's silly. Oh, this is a different editor. Oh, I am looking at the wrong. I looked at the wrong thing. This book is actually edited by Paul Cooperberg. Oh, Tom, that's weird. Mike's is normally. I'll take this one because this makes more sense to me. Achilles is the villain. It's because he's a god. So I don't even remember the plot of War of the Gods. So I went and looked. I'm not going to do it. So basically, there's not a synopsis for this one. It starts with. Dee is doing a photo shoot that Starman works for, Camille, his boss, and it's for a Helena Troy brand perfume. And Ares comes looking for him. And he walks in and he yells, Helen of Troy, and he goes, I'm Achilles, greatest warrior of all Greece. And she's like, oh boy, this is weird. I like Dee's attitude. Oh, it's not, oh, he shrieked like another. It's, oh, this is weird. The director tries to get in the way. Will gets slapped across the room, but Dee she starts fighting. Costume or not, Will turns into Starman. And he has a nice fight scene. You know, the art in this is pretty, it's clean, it's basic, there's nothing flash. I'm reading it on the app and in the comic. I bet this, right now I'm looking at the app. I bet this looked better on the page. I am laid up, folks, so I cannot even go get my floppy, which is in the next room, without assistance, because I fell and landed and broken my foot. But it's okay. The art's okay, and it's a good fight. And it goes on for pages. This is for, you know what? You have Will take some punches, and then Dee has time to go change, and she's in costume. There's a lightning storm, and it hits Achilles, and it gives him armor. Okay, I guess that's right. He called it down from the heavens, and they just keep having a battle, and it goes on for pages. And I posted this. There's what I liked in both of these issues. There was a single page, which was just one panel. And both of them had one, and both of them were good. And this one is good. It's Starman and Achilles fighting. It's really good. But all of a sudden, Starman's got too much juice. So he goes and sees Rampage in her civilian identity, and then he flies off, heading to where he gets pushed back. Ah, that's where it went. That actually is War of the Gods goes there, which leads into... I don't know. I'm a little concerned, but that's the whole plot. It's just he fights. It's an event, and it's an event in 1988, 89. And it's a good. That's not a bad event, but sometimes events are just main pages. So overall, is this pretty okay comic? These I'm hoping. I'm looked forward at covers of some of the upcoming ones. It looks like we're going to get into an arc or two. I like overall I like the team up with Rampage. I like giving him these characters to be with, and I like the romance. So we're heading in the right direction. But it was good. Not the greatest comic, but good. All right, folks. So this is dropping a day late. A 2 day late because I'm kind of stuck in bed. I haven't had a chance to record. I'm alone right now, stuck on our pull-out sofa foot. With my foot in a boot, waiting patiently for it to heal. So I'm going to record this, I'm going to edit it. But next week, you're going to get a 4-issue coverage. Me and Dave talking about the Starman, Captain Marvel crossover. All right? If I have a recommendation, it's get the if you're not read Nightwing by Chuck Dixon and Scott McDaniel, check out the compendiums. I have both now. I had read these, and I'm halfway through, a quarter way through volume 1, and it's amazing. It's amazing. The first 4 issues were really rough for me. I did not like them. This are the ones I mentioned earlier. But overall, it's dynamic. It's fun. This was a good era of Batman family stuff, and this is some of my favorite. So check that out. And folks, as always, please be safe, be smart, please be kind to one another, and read some comics.